Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, and we will be bringing you the replay of the 1974 NFC Championship between the Washington Redskins and the Minnesota Vikings. In actuality, the game was the LA Rams against the Minnesota Vikings, to which the Vikings defeated the Rams 14-10 and went on to the Super Bowl to face the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Steelers defeated the Vikings. However, I defeated the LA Rams in the divisional playoff game. So the Washington Redskins have thus taken the place of the Rams and now have moved to face the Minnesota Vikings in the 1974 NFC Championship game. The replay being brought to you by Action PC Football. Fun game. So let's get going. So the Vikings won the toss, and they've elected to receive. The deep men for the Viking, McClanahan. The short man is McCullum. The other short man is Brown. And we will kick deep.
Welcome to Metropolitan Stadium. Bragg with the kick. At the 20. At the 30. Hamburger with the tackle at the 39. Return of 30 yards.
So Brent McClanahan had a good return, 30 yards, which brings the ball out to the Minnesota 39. Let's just go to the Minnesota lineup here. At quarterback, Fran Tarkenton. At running back, Dave Osborne. At the other running back spot, Chuck Foreman. At wideout, Jim Lash. At wideout, John Gilliam. At tight end, Stu Voigt. At tackle, Ron Yeri. At guard, Andy Maurer. At center, Mick Tingelhoff. At guard, Ed White. And at tackle, Charlie Goodrum. The Redskins defense, they're starting out with a 4-3. At defensive end, Ron McDowell. At defensive tackle, Bill Brundage. At defensive tackle, Dyron Talbert. At defensive end, Verlon Biggs. At cornerback, Mike Bass. At cornerback, Pat Fisher. Outside linebacker, Dave Robinson. He had a huge game in the divisional playoff against the Rams. At inside linebacker, Harold McClinton. At outside linebacker, Chris Hamburger. He also had a big game against the Rams. At safety, Ken Houston. At free safety, Brig Owens. All right, so it's 1st and 10, Minnesota ball on their 39-yard line. We're going to bring up Owens for run support. We're going to spy the quarterback with our middle linebacker, McClinton, because Tarkenton is dangerous on the move. And we're going to, when we're in a zone, we're going to double the medium. And we're going to play our line in. And we're going to play run.
Owens up in the box. Tarkenton fades deep to pass. Here comes the rush. Screen to Osborne in the backfield. Complete. As daylight. Across the 50. Tackled by Robinson at the 50. First down. A gain of 11.
So the Vikings come out with a screen to Osborne. Good pickup there, 11 yards. First and 10 at midfield. They're going 2 tight ends. We're going to bring Owens up in run support. We're going to play a short zone. And double the medium. We're going to play run.
Owens up in the box. Tarkenton changing the play. Trap left with Foreman. McClinton brings him down at the 48. 2-yard gain.
So Chuck Foreman was stuffed on a trap left for just 2 yards. Tackled by our middle linebacker, Harold McClinton. 2nd and 8. Ball on the Washington 48. Opening drive of this NFC Championship. Replay 1974. All right, 2nd and 8. We're going to play a short zone still. And we're going to play basic.
The give to Osborne.
Get him.
Up the middle. Tackled by McDowell at the 46. 2 yards. 3rd and 6 upcoming for Minnesota.
So they went with a dive with Osborne. That got stuffed for another 2 yards. So it's 3rd and 6 for the Minnesota Vikings on the Washington 46-yard line. And we want to get off the field here. 3rd and 6. They went back to a split back conventional offensive formation. 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end. We're going to play a short zone. And we're going to send Robinson on the blitz, and we're going to play pass.
3rd and 6 from the 46.
See if we can get some pressure here.
Robinson blitz.
They picked it up. That's
Foreman
not good.
picks him
That's
up.
not good.
Tarkenton back to pass.
Oh, he dropped it.
Medium out pass to Voigt.
Beautiful.
He dropped it.
All right, so we forced the punt here. We lucked out there. They picked up our blitz, and but Stu Voigt dropped the pass. If he caught that, I believe that would have been a first down. But he didn't catch it, so we will put the punt return on.
H-Hyde to punt. Theismann waiting inside his own 10. Tingelhoff with the snap. The kick from H-Hyde. Near the sideline. Heading for the sideline. It rolls out of bounds at the 14. Punt of 32 yards.
So an angle punt there for 32 yards. Washington will start on their own 14-yard line. All right, Washington offense. At quarterback, Billy Kilmer. At running back, Larry Smith. At the other running back, Larry Brown. At wide receiver, Roy Jefferson. At wide receiver, Charlie Taylor. He had a couple of big plays. He had the big play to help the Redskins at the end of that game beat the Rams in the divisional playoff. At tight end, Jerry Smith. At tackle, Jim Tyre. At guard, Paul Levesque. At center, Len House. At guard, Walt Sweeney. At tackle, George Stark. Minnesota defense, they have a great front four. The Minnesota defense, the Purple People Eaters. At defensive end, Jim Marshall. At defensive tackle, Alan Page. At defensive tackle, Doug Sutherland. At defensive end, Carl Eller. Doesn't get any better than that defensive line. At cornerback, Nate Wright. At cornerback, Jackie Wallace. Outside linebacker, Wally Hillenberg. Inside linebacker, Jeff Seaman. Outside linebacker, Amos Martin. At free safety, Jeff Wright. And at strong safety, Paul Krause. All right, 1st and 10, ball on the Washington 14-yard line. Let's just see here. Run 7, run 9, run 6, run 6. So we're going to go play action fake. We're going to keep Smith in the block, our tight end. And we're gonna try for a big play to Charlie Taylor. And we're gonna go medium hitch.
Hilgenberg and Seaman on the delayed blitz. They pick it up. Play action. Kilmer fades back to pass. He steps up and throws to Taylor at the 26. Complete. Tackled by Wallace. First down. 13 yards.
So a pitch and catch by Billy Kilmer to Charlie Taylor picks up 13 yards and a first down. As the Minnesota Vikings were in a 4-3 basic pass while they were playing pass on first down. Conservative, normal zone. They had 2 delayed blitzers, but we were able to get the pass off quickly. All right, 1st and 10, ball on the Washington 27. Let's again go play action. And we're once again going to keep Smith, the tight end, in the block. So we're going to go to Charlie Taylor again. We really want to exploit this. We have the matchup on Wallace. See, Jackie Wallace is a 5 and Charlie Taylor's a 7. So we have the tremendous matchup advantage here. Now, I believe what the Vikings will do will eventually play some sort of zone or double coverage. But let's see if we can get another playoff here. And we're going to go with a short out.
Kilmer calls out the signals. Kilmer with the handoff to Brown. Kilmer still has it. Froze the linebackers. Kilmer with a 3-step drop. Throws short to Taylor at the 34. Nice catch. Shoved out by Krause. A gain of 6.
So, another pitch and catch from Kilmer to Taylor for 6 yards. We'll bring up a 2nd and 4. As you saw, Krause was coming over, number 22, was coming over quite quickly to help out Wallace here on that play. So, 2nd and 4, ball on the Washington 33. And we're going to go with Larry Brown. And we want to run. They got us there. Our better run blocking. We really don't have a lot of good run blocking here. It's mediocre. Well, we're gonna go trap right. God, that's awful. Dive. We're gonna go trap right, Larry Brown. Oh, they're keying that. So we're going to go short slant, Charlie Taylor.
Kilmer calling an audible. Kilmer barks out the signals.
Short.
He fades back to pass.
We got it. Oh, he dumped it. He dumped it down.
35.
That's okay. He dumped it down.
Complete. Tackled by Hilgenberg. A gain of 3.
So we're going to come with a run. They were keying the run. We optioned out of the run, audibled out of it. Our next thing was to go with a short, quick slant to Charlie Taylor. They had that covered. So Kilmer went through his progressions and then dumped the ball down to our running back here, Larry Smith, and he picked up 3 yards and brings us to a 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. on the Washington 36-yard line. So we're going to go Billy Kilmer, and we're going to go... Wow, he fumbles. He fumbles 13 points. You know what? We're going to go dive with Billy
3rd
Kilmer.
and 1 from the 36.
I should have done run
Kilmer
safe.
on the dive play. Tackled by
All right,
Page at
picked
the
up 2
38.
yards.
First down.
First down.
2 yards.
All right, so that was we went with a dive with Billy Kilmer. Picked up 2. 1st and 10 on the Washington 38. I should have went run safe when I did that. Because Kilmer fumbled. That's 13.7% of the time. Not good. All right, let's see. Let's go with Brown. And we're going to go trap right. Oh my God, they're keying that again. All right, so we're going to go short hitch Jerry Smith.
Minnesota showing blitz. Kilmer calling an audible.
We're going to go short
Drops
to the
back
tight end.
to pass.
Nice!
Short hitch.
Nice!
Caught by Smith at the 45. Brought down by Wright. A gain of 8 on the play.
So, once again, Minnesota's keying Brown on the run. Kilmer audibles out. Short hitch to Jerry Smith. Pickup of 8. 2nd and 2 on the Washington 46. Let's try something with Brown again. We're going to go dive. Dive with Larry Brown.
Safety blitz.
Come on, Larry. Come on, Larry. Get up
Kilmer
there. Oh
with
my
the
God.
give to Brown. Quick hitter. Tackled by Eller at the 46. No gain.
Larry Brown got stuffed at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that. Tackled by Eller. That was very good defense there. And once again, the Minnesota defensive line is a lot better than my offensive line. So we have a 3rd and 2 coming up on the Washington 46-yard line. 3rd and 2. Smith. We're going to go dive with Jerry. Oh my God, they're keying that. They're keying that. So we're going to go. They're keying that. I have to make a play really quick. Taylor, short slant.
3rd and 2.
Audible Taylor,
Minnesota
short
showing blitz. Kilmer calling an audible. Kilmer calls out the signals. He fades back to pass. Short slant to Taylor at the 45.
Yes!
Complete. Tackled by Kraus. A gain of 10.
Beautiful. So once again, Charlie Taylor comes up big with his 3rd reception for 29 yards. He picks up 10 and a first down. Kraus again was coming over to help. He made the tackle. That's the 2nd tackle by Paul Kraus. So it's 1st and 10. Ball on the Minnesota 44-yard line. I do believe Billy Kilmer is 5. There it is at the bottom right here. 5 for 5 for 40 yards. So Billy the Kid Kilmer is starting off really hot. All right. So we're going to go. Let's go. Let's see if we can beat their own aggression. Let's go. Screen to Larry Smith.
Kilmer fades back to pass. Heavy rush. Screen to Smith. Tipped in the air by Wallace. Incomplete.
So that ball was tipped by Wallace, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. Ball on the Minnesota 44. We haven't really been able to run the ball at all. Our best running play was a Kilmer dive for 3 yards, I believe. All right, let's see. Let's go Brown. Pitch right.
2nd and 10 from the 44. Hilgenberg on the delayed blitz. Kilmer pitches right to Brown. Martin pulls him down at the 44.
Nothing there for Larry Brown.
He got back to the line.
Nothing there. So it's going to be 3rd and 10, a tackle by linebacker Amos Martin. That's his first tackle. 3rd and 10 coming up. Ball on the Minnesota 44. Let's split Smith out wide. Let's go screen to Brown.
3rd and 10. Smith split outside. Kilmer barks out the signals.
Hopefully we can catch him in a
Takes
blitz.
a deep drop.
Oh, we got it. Make
Here
this, make
comes
it, make
the
it, make
rush.
it. Go, 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 Larry, go,
Screen
go.
to Brown at the
7
49.
yards.
Complete. Room to run. At the 40. Wallace on the stop at the 37. 7-yard gain.
So we set up a screen. Minnesota was in a 4-3 basic pass, normal zone. Wallace came over to make the tackle. That's his second tackle. 4th and 3, ball on the 37. We are outside of field goal range. A punt really will not gain us much. If we punt, odds are it's going to go in the end zone, and we're only gained 17 yards here. 4th and 3. Well, we're going to go Charlie Taylor, short, out. Yes.
4th and 3. Seaman on the delayed blitz.
Jesus Christ!
Heavy rush. Eller hits Kilmer as he throws. Downfield to Jefferson. Right to right at the 20. Fights for yardage. Tackled at the 28. Return of 8 yards.
Well, we were going with a short out to Charlie Taylor. Kilmer did not go to Taylor. He checked off away from Taylor, went to Jefferson, and promptly had the ball picked off. So a really bad decision by Billy Kilmer. We end up gaining, what's that? So Minnesota's going to start on the 28. Bad decision by Billy Kilmer. So his hot start has cooled off. Vikings take over 1st and 10 on their own 28. All right, so they're coming out 2 tight ends, as you can see, Stu Voigt and Doug Kingstritter. So we're going to stay normal with our line. We're going to go short zone. And we're going to play basic.
Tarkenton barks out the signals.
I think they're going to try to pass
Foreman
him.
on the track right.
Get him.
To the 30. Tripped up by base at the 32. A gain of 4.
So Chuck Foreman picked up 4 yards there. Chuck Foreman. On a trap right. Bass on the tackle. It's his first tackle of the game. 2nd and 6, ball on the Minnesota 32. Once again, we're going to play a short zone. We're going to bring Owens up in the box. And we're going to play basic.
Owens up in the box. Tarkenton with a quick drop.
Get him!
Throws short to Voigt at the 38. Complete. Leveled by base. A gain of 5.
So Tarkenton went with a short slant to the tight end, Stu Voigt, and Voigt caught the ball but was punished immediately with a big hit by Mike Bass. That's his second tackle. It comes up 3rd and 1 here. 3rd and 1. Vikings are coming out with 2 tight ends. We're going to play our line in. We're going to play a short zone. Owens up for the run, and we're going to play run.
3rd and 1 from the 37. Owens in run support. Osborne on the dive play.
Oh, you got it.
Grabbed by Brundage. Osborne broke the tackle. Straight ahead. Tackled by Biggs at the 39. First down. A gain of 2.
So Brundage made the initial contact, but could not bring Dave Osborne down, which would have prevented the first down. Osborne was able to break the tackle. First down, Minnesota Vikings on their 39. 2-yard gain, Dave Osborne. Verlon Biggs, tackle number 1 of this game. All right, they're coming out one tight end, two wide out, split backfield. The Vikings are. We're going to shift left, cover up Stu Voigt a bit. We're going to again play a short zone, Owens in run support, and we're going to play run.
Owens in run support. Off tackle right with Osborne. Tackled by Talbert at the 42. A gain of 3.
Osborne off tackle right, 3 yards. Dyron Talbert with the tackle. That's his first tackle of the game. Brings up 2nd and 7 ball on the Minnesota 42. We're going to, let's check out, Biggs is at 92. Let's give him a rest. Okay. Let's bring Sistrunk in to spot Biggs. So we're going to bring... So we brought in Manny Sistrunk to spot Biggs for a couple of plays. 2nd and 7. We're going to play in. Actually, you know what? We're going to shift right. We're going to send McClinton. Play short zone. Pass.
2nd and 7 from the 42. Washington showing blitz.
Oh, they picked up the blitz.
McClinton blitzing.
Oh, Jesus.
Foreman picks it up. Tarkenton back to pass. He steps up and fires to Gilliam at the 44. Blanketed by Fisher. Complete. First down. Base with the tackle at the 38. A gain of 20.
So a big pickup there for the Minnesota Vikings. 20 yards. Tarkenton to Gilliam on a medium cross. And there was pretty good coverage by Pat Fisher. But Tarkenton was able to put the ball where it had to be. And Gilliam made a nice catch. And a 20-yard pickup. First down. 1st and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings. Ball on the Washington 38. Okay. Let's go. Defensive line in. And we're going to have Owens up for run support. And we're going to play the run.
Owens in the box. Dive with Foreman. Tackled by McClinton at the 36.
Job.
A gain of 2. Brundage to the sideline. Wind knocked out 5 plays.
So a lot of hard hitting going on in this game as Foreman on the dive picks up 2. Defensive tackle for the Redskins. Brundage goes out for about 5 plays. We're going to get Manny Sistrom out. We're going to bring... Did they already put Talbert, Sistrom, Briggs, Dole? Where is... It was Brundage. Put him back in the game. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, so... Is it 87? Let's go with Jones. Jimmy Jones we're going to bring in. Just bring Jimmy Jones in for Biggs. Okay. 2nd and 8. Alright, let's... Shift right, cover up Stu Voigt. Short zone, basic.
2nd and 8 at the 36.
Come on, big defensive play here.
Tarkenton with 3-step drop.
Oh,
Short slant.
Jesus.
Caught by Gilliam for a first down. He won't get much more. Tackled by Houston. A gain of 11.
So another pitch and catch by Tarkin to Gilliam picks up 11 and a first down for the Minnesota Vikings. Ken Houston on the tackle. 1st and 10, ball on the Washington 25-yard line. All right, let's go with a 3-4. Jesus, Fisher should be able to clamp down on him. They're beating the zone. Okay. That's my fault. You know what? We're going to play man. We're going to play man. And we're going to send... We're going to play man, and we're going to play tight man. Owens up in the box. I'm going to play run.
Owens in run support. Pitch right to Osborne. Tackled by Robinson at the 23. A gain of 2.
All right, so a gain of 2 by Osborne brings up a 2nd and 8. Ball on the Washington 23. Tackle by Robinson. We play our defensive line in. And we're going to play it again, a tight man. And we're going to cover up Gilliam and Voigt. And we're going to play pass.
Tarkenton sets to throw.
All right.
Short hitch. Nobody there. And it falls incomplete.
So they try to go to Stu Voigt on a short hitch. We had that double covered, so it brings up 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. We're going to play man. Going to play man. We're going to double team Voigt, and we're going to double team Foreman. Go 2 with the double team. In the medium, and we're going to send McLinton. We're going to play pass.
3rd and 8.
It's holding the
McLinton
field goal.
blitzed.
They picked up the blitz.
Minnesota got him.
Come on, get him. We got him doubled.
back to pass.
Oh, he picked
rush.
up 9.
Screen to Foreman at the 28. Complete. A blocker in front. Still on his feet at the 20. Tackled by Hamburger at the 14. First down. A gain of 9.
So we blitzed one of our middle linebackers, McLinton. Again, that got picked up. They burnt us on a nice screen pass to Chuck Foreman. Pickup of 9, first down. So 3rd and 8, and they pick up 9. 1st and 10, ball on the Washington 14. So McDowell, let's bring in Biggs. Let's go inside the defensive line. Let's play tight man. Owens in run support. Let's play the run.
No score. 1st and 10 from the 14. 24-35 in the first. Owens in the box. Tarkenton changing the play. Talbert spins him down at the 16.
Beautiful.
Loss of 2.
So Tarkenton audibled out of whatever play they originally had. which was a screen left for Foreman. And instead, what did they do? Tarkenton changed the play. Loss of 2. So they got stuffed. So then instead he went with a run with Foreman and a loss of 2 yards. All right, so we have Robinson. So it brings up 2nd and 12, ball in the Washington 16. 25 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Biggs, Talbot. Let's get him out. Let's bring Jones back in. Actually, let's bring Brundage in. Okay, I got Brundage in. Actually, let's bring Jones, defensive end. Okay. So 2nd and 12. The offense is not going to run a play, so here's the start of the second quarter. 2nd and 12, Washington with the ball on the 16. Let's bring in. Okay, bring in McDowell. 3-4 we're playing right now. 2nd and 12, we're going to play man. We're going to double Voigt. And we're going to send Robinson. And we're going to play pass.
2nd and 12. 11 play 56, yard drive.
Robinson can get some pressure here on
6:29 off the clock. Washington showing blitz.
Oh, he picked it up again.
Robinson
Touchdown.
blitzing.
God damn it.
Foreman picks him up. Tarkenton drops back to pass. He fires a bullet to Lash. Covered by base. Complete. Touchdown Lash. Cox will try the point after. Good. Minnesota 7 Washington 0.
So, once again, our blitz has been picked up. Gave Tarkenton plenty of time to go to Lash for the touchdown. And it makes it 6-0. Extra point by Fred Cox makes it 7-0. So that was a 12-play drive, 72 yards, and it was 6 minutes and 38 seconds, resulting in a Minnesota touchdown and the first score of the game as the Vikings lead 7-0 here in this NFC Championship game of 1974. We will put our return on. Our deep man is Jones. Our short men are Mulkey and Evans.
Jones from the 9. Big hole.
Go, go, go,
20.
go.
Cuts outside at the 30. He gets a block at the 40. Right with the tackle. Out of bounds at the 42. Return of 33.
So a good return by Larry Jones, and the Washington Redskins will start off on the 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Redskins, we were not able to generate any type of run offense on our first possession. So we're going to go screen to Larry Brown.
Washington breaks the huddle.
Hopefully we catch him in a blitz.
Kilmer drops back to pass.
Go, go,
Heavy
Larry,
rush.
go, Larry, go, Larry.
Screen.
5 yards.
Caught by Brown
All
in the
right.
backfield. Tripped up by Martin at the 47. A gain of 5 on the play.
So that screen to Brown picks up 5, brings up 2nd and 5. Billy Kilmer is now 7-9 for 52 yards and 1 interception. 2nd and 5. Let's go Smith. Screen to Smith.
2nd and 5. Kilmer calls out the signals. Minnesota showing blitz. Safety blitz.
Yes!
They pick
First,
it up.
oh, he fumbled!
Kilmer
Jesus!
sets up in the pocket.
Oh my god!
Here comes the rush.
Oh my
Screen
god!
to Smith in the backfield.
Oh my god!
Complete.
Ugh.
Blocking in front. Still on his feet at the 50. Blasted by Hilgenberg at the 44. Hilgenberg knocked the ball out. Scooped up by Martin. He has running room. At the 40. He'll go all the way. 20. 10. Touchdown. Cox will try the point after. It's good. Minnesota 14, Washington 0.
So a huge turnaround on a screen, but to Jerry Smith. Look, we picked up the first down. He fumbles the ball on a big hit by Wally Hillenberg, and it's scooped up by Martin, who goes all the way for a touchdown. And the Vikings now lead 14-0 over Washington Redskins. Ah, what a turn of events there, folks. So we'll put the return on once again. That hurts. That hurts bad. There you go. All right, so they kicked it 2 yards deep, and we're going to return it.
It's Jones 2 yards deep.
Go, 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 go,
He'll
go,
bring
go.
it out.
Holding.
Not much
Receiving
room
team.
to run.
Jesus.
Palmer
What else
with
can
the
go
tackle
wrong?
at the 19. Return of 21.
Wow. So the Redskins have just shot themselves in the foot again. 1st and 10, they'll start off on their own 9-yard line. All right, well, let's go with Brown, and let's go pitch right.
Kilmer calls out the signals. Kilmer pitches right to Brown. Cuts past the 10. Page with the tackle at the
All
13.
right.
A gain of 4.
Positive yards. 4 tough yards by Larry Brown. 3 carries now for 4 yards. He's earned every one of those yards. The Minnesota defense has just been outstanding. 2 turnovers, 2 takeaways, along with a touchdown. All right, 2nd and 6. We need to get a good drive and get some points on the board here. 2nd and 6. Let's take Smith out. Bring Thomas in. Let's go Dwayne Thomas, and let's go dive.
Hilgenberg on the
Go
delayed
Dwayne, go
blitz.
Dwayne, go Dwayne.
Thomas on the dive play. Tackled by Martin at the 15. A gain of 2.
So we went dive. Thomas picks up 2 yards, makes it a very manageable 3rd and 4. We need to pick this up to continue this drive. Let's bring Thomas out of the game. Bring Smith back in. See if Smith can redeem himself here. Let's go Smith. Screen. They're keying that. Let's go short and quick to Taylor.
3rd and 4. Kilmer changing the play.
We're going to go short and quick to Charlie Taylor.
Safety blitz.
Oh my God! Another interception.
Quick out to Taylor.
Oh boy.
Great pick by Wallace at the 18.
Ah.
Nowhere to go. Brought down at the 18. No return.
Wow. 3rd turnover of the game for the Washington Redskins. Kilmer audibled out of the screen, went short and quick to Charlie Taylor. Jackie Wallace jumped the route to pick the ball off. Things have gone downhill very fast for the Washington Redskins here in this replay of this 1974 NFC Championship game. So the Vikings take over after the turnover. 1st and 10, ball on the Washington 18-yard line. All right, let's go in with the line. We're going to stay with a 4-3 here. Sixstrom, Brundage. Let's get Sixstrom out. Let's go Talbert. in tight man. Owens in run support. Let's play the run.
Owens in run support. Trap left with Osborne. McClinton makes the
Loss
tackle
of
on
1.
Osborne.
Good job, McClinton.
At the 19.
Third tackle for McClinton.
Loss of 1.
Osborne 5 carries 8 yards. Need a big defensive play here. All right, let's go 3-4 here. Bring our defensive line in. Let's go man. He's got Foreman. Let's go man. Pass 2. Pass 1. Let's change the spy here. Go man, and we're going to double. We're going to double Voigt and Gilliam, and we're going to play pass.
2nd and 11 at the 19. Pitch left to Osborne.
Oh, Jesus. Pitch left.
Oh, get him.
Good job, good job, good job.
No gain.
Nice play by Dusek. Big tackle, no gain. 3rd and 11. Need to hold him here. Nice play. So it's 3rd and 11. Going to bring our defensive line in. We're going to double Gilliam and Voigt. And we're going to play pass.
3rd and 11 from the 19. Tarkenton barks out the signals. He fades back to pass. Heavy rush. Medium hitch to Gilliam inside the 5.
Really?
2
We had him
timed.
double covered. Come on.
He's got it. Tackled by Houston. First down.
Jesus.
A gain of 14.
Had him double covered. So even with double coverage, Tarkin is able to find John Gilliam for a pickup of 14 and a first down. It's Gilliam's 3rd catch for 45 yards. 1st and goal from the Washington 5. Let's go back to the 4-3. Play goal line. They got 2 tight ends. So let's play goal line.
Minnesota leads by 14. Goal line defense. Off tackle left with Foreman. Whipped down by McDowell at the 5. No gain.
2 tight ends again. We're going to play goal line.
Goal line defense. Counter hand off to Osborne.
He's in.
Inside
Jesus.
trap right. Osborne dives for the end zone. That's 6. Cox will try the point after. He made it. Minnesota 21, Washington 0.
Well, this game has gotten away from the Redskins quite quickly. It's now Minnesota 21, the Washington Redskins 0. Osborne, a 6-yard dive for a touchdown. Cox kick. Oh, we need something to turn this around. John Gilliam has 3 receptions for 45 yards. Tarkin has been very sharp, and the Minnesota defense has also been sharp, creating 3 turnovers, 1 leading to a defensive touchdown and 1 leading to an offensive touchdown. Can't win with 3 turnovers, that's for sure. Need to turn this game around.
Shallow kick.
Go,
Jones
go,
at
go.
the 15.
Beautiful.
At the 20. Dropped by McNeil at the 46. Return of 31 yards.
All right, let's see here. Well, we're gonna bring in Sonny Jurgensen to replace Billy Kilmer. Need something here. We need something big. So, and we're gonna go no huddle. We're gonna go. Well, it's not gonna let us go no huddle yet. Okay, so we're going to keep. I'm going to put Smith out wide. So we got Larry Smith out wide. What's the matchup here? He's on Hildenberg. So we're going to go Smith. On a fly.
1st and 10 from the 46.
We're going big. We're going big with
Smith split out
Jurgensen on
wide.
the first play.
Jurgensen back to pass. He throws deep. Caught by Smith at
Yes.
the 23. Pushed out by Kraus.
Yes.
A gain of 31.
So we're able to exploit that matchup. Jurgensen, his first completion for 31 yards to Larry Smith. All right. So we're going to put Smith out wide again. And we're going to go Brown. We're going to go Brown, pitch right.
Smith split outside. Jurgensen calling the signals. Martin on the delayed blitz. Pitch to Brown.
Go Brown, go Larry, go
Running
Larry.
right. He needs a
Beautiful.
block.
Pick up a 7. Pick up a
Shook
7.
off Hilgenberg.
All right.
He has an escort. Cuts past the 20. Brought down by Eller at the 16. A gain of 7.
Okay, we're going to put Brown. I'm sorry, we're going to put Jerry Smith out wide again. We're going to go Larry Brown. And we're going to go dive.
Smith split out wide. Brown with the handoff.
Oh my
Dive
God, he
play.
got stuffed. We didn't get anything.
Tackled by Seaman at the 16.
Jesus.
No gain.
Okay. Going to put Smith out wide. We're going to look for... let's look at Smith. We're going to look for Jerry Smith, our tight end now. Shorts. We're going to go short slant, Jerry Smith, tight end.
3rd and 3 from
Come
the
on,
16.
Sonny. Come on, Sonny. Come on, Sonny.
Smith in the slot.
Need this.
Jurgensen calls out the
Need this.
signals. Takes a quick
Got
drop.
it. Got it. Get it.
Short
Yes.
slant to Smith at
First
the 10.
down.
Complete. Tripped up by Kraus. First down. A gain of 6.
So that was a big pickup. Jurgensen to Jerry Smith. 6 yards and a first down. So we're going to put Larry Smith out wide again. And we're going to go off tackle left. We're going to go off tackle left with Larry Brown.
Smith split outside.
Let's see if we can catch him.
The give to Brown. Off tackle left. Tripped up by Marshall at the 8. 2 yards.
So 2nd and goal ball in the Minnesota 8. 2-yard pickup off tackle by Larry Brown. He's now 6 for 13. All right. Let's go Smith, and let's go short to Larry Smith.
Hilgenberg on the delayed blitz.
Get it.
Well blocked. Jurgensen drops back to pass. Being pursued by Hilgenberg. Being chased by Hilgenberg. Jurgensen can't find a receiver. He throws to Taylor at the 1. He's got it. Wallace with the tackle. A gain of 7.
So Jurgensen was looking to go short to Smith. He was covered. Checked down to Taylor. He picks up 7. So it's 3rd and goal from the Minnesota 1. Okay. Let's go I formation. All right, let's take Jerry Smith out. Bring in Dwayne Thomas. Let's go Thomas. Dive.
3rd and goal. Stacked line. Thomas with the handoff.
Yes!
Dive play.
Touchdown!
Score it. TD.
All right. Redskins are finally on the board here. 21-6. They are an extra point away from making it 21-7.
Mosley will try the point after.
Good.
Minnesota 21, Washington 7.
All right, 21-7, and we're going to get the ball first in the second half. All right, let's kick deep. Vikings deep man is McClanahan. The short men are McCullum and Brown.
1 yard deep.
Oh,
He'll
boy.
return it.
Oh, boy. Get him.
At the 20. Tripped up by Fisher at the 29. 30-yard return.
So McClanahan, 30-yard return, brings the ball out to the Minnesota 29. 1st and 10. 4:58 to go in the first half. Minnesota 21, Washington 7 in this NFC 1974 replay of the championship game. Right. 4-3-2 tight ends. Play man. Owens up in the box. And let's play tight man, actually. Play run.
Minnesota ahead by 14. Owens in the box. Tarkenton hands to Foreman. Right off tackle. To the 30. Biggs with the stop at the 31. A gain of 2.
All right, 2nd and 8. Ball in the Minnesota 31. 4-3, 1 tight end. You know what we're going to do? Let's go 3-4. Let's play man. Double Gilliam and Voigt. And pass.
Tarkenton fades back to pass.
Oh my God!
Short hitch. Caught by Lash at the 40. Spins and heads upfield. Room to run. Still on his feet at the 50. At the 40. Tackled by Base at the 38. 31-yard gain.
Well, Lash burned us again. We doubled up Gilliam and Voigt. And Lash burned us for 31 yards. That's 2 receptions for 47 yards and 1 touchdown. Defensive line in. Aggressive. Man. I'm going to play tight man. Owens and run support. Run.
Minnesota ahead by 14. Owens in the box. Tarkenton hands to Foreman. Off tackle right. Hits the line. With a lane. To the 35. To the 30. McClinton with the tackle at the 29. A gain of 9. Osborne is walking off. His return is probable.
Well, Andy Maurer blew open a big hole, and Chuck Foreman went for 9 yards. 2nd and 1, ball on the Washington 29-yard line. This Washington defense has been basically like Swiss cheese here. Okay, let's go back to a 4-3, tight, normal. Tight man. Owens in the box. Run.
Owens up in the box. They sweep right with Reed.
Get him.
Tackled by Biggs at the 29. No gain. 3rd and 1 upcoming for Minnesota.
Okay, so 3rd down and 1 on the Washington 29-yard line. We need to hold him here. Be a very long field goal. So we're going to go in goal line.
3rd and 1. Goal line defense. Tarkenton gives
Stuff
to
him.
Reed.
Ah, you got
Left
it.
off tackle.
Jesus.
Tackled by McDowell at the 26. 1st down. Pickup of 3.
So Oscar Reed picks up 3 in the 1st down. Ball on the Washington 26-yard line. 2:31 to go here in the 1st half. Okay. Let's go line in. Tight man. Owens. Run.
1st and 10 at the 26. 2:10 left in the 2nd. Owens up in the box. Tarkenton back to pass.
Screen.
Biggs is after him.
Incomplete. Good.
Screen to Foreman. Incomplete. 2-minute warning.
Okay. Let's go 3-4. Bring our defensive line in. Let's play man. Double Voigt. And Foreman. Let's play pass.
2nd and 10 from the 26. 1:57 left in the 2nd. Tarkenton calls out the signals.
Need a big play here.
Fades back to pass.
Need a big play.
Medium out to Reed. Incomplete pass.
Beautiful. Alrighty, 3rd and 10. Ball on the Washington 26-yard line. We need a big stop here. Let's move defensive line in. Let's play man. Let's double lash. Gilliam. And let's play pass.
Minnesota by 14. 3rd and 10 from the 26.
Come on.
154 in the second.
Big play. Need a big play.
Current drive,
Pick six.
7 plays, 45 yards.
Need to turn this game around.
3:04 off the clock. Tarkenton fades back to pass.
Yes!
McDowell pulls him down by the leg. Loss of 4.
Timeout. Oh my god, they're going for it? Verlon Biggs had to come out, as you can see. McDowell, Talbot, Jimmy Jones. Wow, they're going for it? Oh, that sucks. So 4th and 14. And we're going to bring our defensive line in. We really have to get off the field on this. Okay. We're going to play man. And we're going to double Gilliam and Lash. And we're going to play pass.
4th and 14 from the 30. Tarkenton fades back to pass. He scans the secondary.
Oh, come on!
Long out to Lash inside the 15.
Jesus, we had him
Double
doubled.
covered. He makes the catch. Stepped out at the 12.
God.
First
We
down.
double covered. 4th and
18
14.
yards.
They pick up 18. God, they stink, the Redskins defense. Had double coverage and they still got beat. Oh, boy. All right. Wow. Ah, it sucks. All right. Let's go with a 4-3. Defenseman Biggs. We have to take Biggs out. Let's go with Jones. Okay. Cool. Wow, that just took all the air out of me and the Redskins. Alright, so let's play man. We need a big play here. Let's play man. Double Voight. Actually, let's not double anybody. Owens up. Run.
Minnesota by 14. Owens in run support. Tarkenton barks out the signals. Drops back to pass. Medium out to Voight. Lousy pass by Tarkenton. Incomplete.
And thank God for the lousy pass for Tarkenton, because that was going to be a touchdown. So they went to Voight on medium out, but a bad pass by Tarkenton brings up 2nd and 10. Alright, so let's do a 4-2 nickel. Try to switch. Swing our line left. And let's play a short zone. And let's play pass.
Tarkenton calls out the signals. Current drive, 10 plays, 59 yards. They've used 3:19 on the clock.
Big play. Come on, D. Come on, D. Come on, D. Come on, D.
Medium out. Incomplete. Trying for Voight. Houston was all over him. Voight wants a flag.
Alright, let's hold the field goal. We need a turnover here. Okay. Pass. Pass 2, pass 3. What's Robinson here? Let's get Robinson in the game. Okay. Let's put our defensive line out. We're going to play zone. We're going to play a short zone. We're going to double the medium. And we're sending Robinson. And we're playing pass.
Minnesota
Hopefully
by 14.
they don't call a draw. Please don't
Third
call a
and
draw.
10.
Please don't call a draw to Foreman.
Robinson blitzing.
He picked it up again.
Tarkenton drops
All
back
right.
to pass.
All right.
Tarkenton scrambling. Still on his feet. Medium cross. Nobody in the vicinity. And it falls incomplete. Looks like he just threw it away.
All right, so we went with a 4-2 nickel. Brought pressure. And that seemed to have, we finally stopped their drive here. We're going to try to block this field goal.
29-yard try for Cox.
Miss.
The snap from Tingelhoff.
Miss.
He boots it. Straight.
Yeah, right
It's
down
good.
the middle.
Minnesota 24, Washington 7.
At 4th and 14, where they picked up 18, that was a killer. That was just a killer. We hold them to a field goal, but still, that was a killer. All right, we need a big return
Cox
here.
to kick off. Jones at the 1. Tackled by Blahak at the 22.
Go, go, go.
21-yard return. Minnesota 24, Washington 7.
All right, let's get Thomas out, replace him with Evans. I'm sorry, replace him with Smith. Okay. Let's put Larry Smith out wide. Okay. And Smith. Let's run a bomb. Let's see if we can do it again. A long slant though. Let's do the bomb.
1st and 10 from the 22. Smith lines up outside. Jurgensen back to pass.
And he's gonna get sacked.
The Washington line is getting pushed back. Jurgensen is off and running. Sutherland with the stop at the 23. A gain of 1.
Let's call timeout. Okay, so they brought the heat. Jurgensen didn't have time, so you know what? They're going to bring the heat. Let's put Smith out wide again. Let's have Brown block. Let's have our tight end, Jerry Smith, block. We're going to go to Roy Jefferson. Medium snap.
Washington trailing by 17. Smith split wide.
Come on, Sonny.
Jurgensen fades back to pass.
We got it. We got it.
Heavy rush.
Oh, he dumped down.
Being tracked down by Eller. Jurgensen can't find a receiver. He checks down to Smith at the 25. Complete. Not much room to run. Tackled by Hilgenberg at the 32.
Timeout again.
9 yards. Close to a first down.
Shoot, inches.
Here come the sticks. Short by a few inches.
All right. So 3rd and inches. 3rd and inches. So let's put Smith out wide. Jerry Smith to block. Let's go play action. We're going to have Brown in the block after the play action. And we're going to go Charlie Taylor, short slant. me continue with the play.
Third and
We're not
inches
going to
from the
audible out.
32.
We're going with it. We're going with
Smith split wide. Seaman blitzing.
Got
Play
it.
action.
Oh, Jesus. Tipped
Jurgensen
by
back to
Hillenberg.
pass. Short slant to Taylor. Tipped in the air by Hilgenberg. Incomplete.
Thomas in. We're going to go I formation. That's right. I'm going for it. I don't care. Yep. Dive
Fourth
to Thomas.
and inches
Come on.
from the 32. Thomas on the dive play. Page tackles him at the 34.
First down.
First down.
No huddle.
A gain of 2.
Let's go hurry up. Let's go split backfield. Block, block. Our running backs will stay in the block. Shotgun. Let's do Charlie Taylor. Make sure they go out of bounds. Let's go Charlie Taylor. Short out.
Washington going without a huddle. Jurgensen in a shotgun formation. Jurgensen barks out the signals. Seaman with a delayed blitz. Well blocked. Jurgensen fades back to pass.
Stop the clock. That was the main
Throws short
thing.
to Taylor at the 36.
That was the main thing.
He makes the catch. Knocked out by Wallace. A gain of 4.
Alright. So we're going to stay in the shotgun. Okay, with that, we can bring Larry Smith back in. We're going to put Larry Smith out wide. Brown to block. Let's see what we can do. Jerry Smith. Medium out to
Second
Jerry
and
Smith, our
6.
tight end. Come on.
Smith split outside. Shotgun formation.
Come on, Sonny.
Jurgensen fades back to pass.
Got it.
Medium out to Smith.
Ah, Jesus. Tipped
It's
by
tipped
Krause.
by Krause.
Nice play. Nice
Incomplete.
play. 27 seconds left. All right. Larry Smith out wide. Tight end Jerry Smith will stay in the block. Brown will stay in the block. Jerry Smith. Short out.
Washington breaks the huddle. 3rd and 6 from the 38.
Pick this
Smith
up.
split out wide.
Come on, Sonny.
Shotgun formation.
Pick it up, baby.
Jurgensen calling the signals.
Big play. Pick it up.
Minnesota showing blitz. Seaman blitzing. Well blocked by Washington. Jurgensen fades back to pass. He can't find a receiver. Jurgensen dumps it to Jefferson at the 41. He's got it. Right pushed him out. A gain of 3.
4th and 3. Wow. On my own 41. And Minnesota has all 3 timeouts. Well, 4th and 3. Well, you know what? We're going for it. We're going to go no huddle. We're going to put Smith out wide. I mean, we're down 24-7. Can't get any worse than that. Well, it could. 31-7. All right. Smith out wide. Brown to block. Jerry Smith to block. Larry Smith. Short out to Larry Smith again.
4th and 3. Smith split wide. No huddle for Washington. Shotgun formation.
Come on, pick it up.
Jurgensen fades back to pass.
Jesus.
Short out to Smith at the 39.
Unbelievable.
He's got it. Steps out at the 42. A gain of 1. They'll pick up the flag.
Wow.
No penalty.
Of course. No penalty. Of course. All right. So we're going to go 4-2 nickel. Play a deep zone. And we're going to play pass.
1st and 10 from the 42. Counter give to Reed.
Get him.
Sweeps left. Trying to get outside. Around the corner. Bites past the 40. Past the 35. Stone brings him down at the 34.
Oh, they're not going to
8
call
yards.
timeout. Okay. They're not going to call timeout. So we're going to go play deep zone again. I'm going to play pass. And that's the end of the half. So they had 3 timeouts. They didn't want to use them. Thank you. And we will get the ball. So we want to receive. Our deep man is Jones. Our short men are Mulkey and Evans. Need a big play here. But first, let's quickly go over the halftime stats. As I'm a bit flustered because I'm getting my ass kicked, 24-7. All right, let's quickly. For the Redskins, Billy Kilmer was 8 of 11 for 61 yards, had 2 interceptions. His quarterback rating was a dismal 46.2. We brought in Sonny Jurgensen, who is 7 of 9 for 61 yards, had a long pass of over 25 yards to Larry Smith. And we put him out wide. His quarterback rating is 94.9. Tarkinen is 9 of 16 for 135 yards, a touchdown, and 1 sack. His quarterback rating is 104.9. Our running game is practically non-existent. Brown, 6 carries, 13 yards. Thomas, 3 carries, 5 yards, and 1 touchdown on a short plunge from the 1. Kilmer, 1 for 2 yards. Jurgensen, 1 for 1 yard. So that's a total of 11 rushes for 21 yards. For the Vikings, Foreman, 7 for 17 yards. Osborne, 7 for 13 yards and a touchdown. Reed, 3 for 11 yards. And that's 17 carries and 41 yards for the Minnesota Vikings. The turnovers have really killed the Washington Redskins. 3 turnovers, all leading to points for the Minnesota Vikings, where Washington has not forced any turnovers. So let's get back to the game, and the game has locked up. That is wonderful. There we go. Good. All right. So let's get back to the game. Alrighty, so we will put the return on. The beginning of the second half.
Jones from the 5.
Come on, Jones. Big run, big run.
Drilled by McNeil at the 23. 18-yard return.
So Jones with an 18-yard return. A big hit by McNeil to bring him down. So it's 1st and 10. Ball on the Washington 23-yard line. Washington 7, Minnesota 24. We need to get things going and fast. Sonny Jurgensen will continue to quarterback here in the second half. So let's put Smith out wide. Let's go Brown. Let's go with a screen to Larry Brown. And they're keying that. So let's go with a... We're going bomb to Charlie Taylor.
1st and 10 from the 23.
All
Smith
or
in the
nothing.
slot.
Come on, Sonny.
Jurgensen changing the play. He fades back to pass. Here comes the rush. Jurgensen throws a deep fly to Taylor. He leaps. But he can't make the catch. Incomplete. Jurgensen was leveled after the throw.
So a lot of pressure on Sonny Jurgensen. He flings the ball deep. Taylor goes leaping in the air, but can't come down with it as Jurgensen pays the price. All right, 2nd and 10. Ball on the Washington 23-yard line. Let's go Smith. Larry Smith short.
Jurgensen fades back to pass. Jurgensen throws.
All right, pick up a 7.
Batted up by Eller.
Pick up a 7.
Caught by Smith. Seaman pushed him out at the 30. A gain of 7.
So we dumped down short to Smith, and the ball was deflected by Eller, but Larry Smith was still able to catch the ball. He picks up 7, so it's 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 here. Okay. Let's put Smith out wide. Larry Brown. Screen.
3rd and 3 at the 30. Smith split out wide. Jurgensen fades back to pass.
Come on, come on, come on,
Good
come on.
penetration
Go, Larry,
by
go, Larry.
Minnesota.
First down, first down.
Screen to Brown in the backfield. Complete.
All right.
Martin brings him down at the 34.
We're going to have to speed this up.
First
No
down.
huddle.
A gain of 4.
Hurry up.
Jurgensen is now 9 of 12. For 72 yards.
Okay. Smith out wide. Jerry Smith stays in the block. Larry Brown stays in the block. And let's see here. Pass for 0. Sack 2. Sack 7. Okay, so we're going to, yeah, we got him doubled. We have Jerry Smith doubling here on Carl Eller. All right, so let's go with Charlie Taylor. Medium out.
Smith split outside. Working without a huddle. Jurgensen drops back to pass.
Oh boy. A lot of pressure there. Wow.
Loss of 6.
Jesus. Even good blocking. Good double team blocking. Not. Alright, let's go no huddle. Let's go hurry. 2nd and 16 is a big sack by a 6-yard loss by Carl Eller. We had him doubled too. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's put Larry Brown out wide. Let's go Smith. Screen. They're keying on that. Jesus, they're keying on that. Let's go medium fly to Jefferson.
2nd and 16 from the 28. Brown split out wide. No huddle offense.
We need a big play here.
Minnesota showing blitz. Jurgensen calling an audible. Back to pass. Medium fly to Jefferson.
Jesus.
Incomplete pass.
So Jurgensen couldn't hook up with Jefferson. And Jurgensen's now 9 of 13 for 72 yards and a big 3rd and 16. Let's go 3 wide, 1 running back. Smith. Let's put Smith out wide. Let's put Jurgensen in shotgun. We need to pick up 16 yards here. Who's our Grant? Wow. It's pretty useless. But it does bring Kraus to guard him unless they go into a zone. They're probably going to play a zone. They're going to play a zone, I would guess. Alright, so Hillenberg. Definitely, they're going to be playing a deep zone. We need to split their zone somehow. Let's go Smith. Medium slant.
Washington
Smith.
breaks the huddle.
To Larry Smith.
3rd and 16.
Come on, Sonny.
Smith lines up outside.
And we need to get some yards.
Jurgensen in a shotgun formation. Seaman with a delayed blitz. Jurgensen fades back to pass.
Jeez.
Medium slant to Smith. Hilgenberg dives. But he can't pull it in. That's incomplete.
4th and 16, we will have to punt. Punt deep.
Bragg deep in punt formation.
That was not a good opening
from
drive
Rizek.
for the 3rd quarter.
The kick from Bragg.
Come on.
Wallace catches it at the 33. He has an opening. Vardy pulls him down. 10-yard return. Punt of 39 yards.
So after that 10-yard return by Wallace. Minnesota will be 1st and 10 on their own 43. Fran Tarkenton is 9 of 16 for 135 yards and 1 touchdown. 24-7, the Vikings lead in this replay of the 1974 NFC Championship game at Metropolitan Stadium. The Redskins got here by upsetting the Rams. In real life, the Rams won that game, but I was able to engineer the upset. Not going so well today, though. All right, 24-7. We're going to play in. Owens up. Run.
1st and 10 from the 43. Owens up in the box. Tarkenton barks out the signals. The handoff to Reed. Dive play.
Good job.
Houston with the stop at the 44. A gain of 1.
All right. That's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9. Let's mix it up. Let's go 3-4. Let's bring our line in. Let's play short zone. Owen, run.
2nd and 9. Owens in run support. Tarkenton drops back to pass. Short hitch. Caught by Voigt at the 49. Hamburger spins him down. A gain of 7.
So Tarkenton went quickly to Voigt, who got nailed as soon as he caught the ball, but he picked up 7 yards, brings up a 3rd and 2 ball on the Washington 49-yard line. So let's go 4-3. In. Tight man. Owens up. No, we want to blitz. We want to put a spy on. Robinson will spy. Run.
Minnesota by 17. 3rd and 2. Owens in the box.
Come on, we gotta hold him here. We gotta hold him.
Hits right to Foreman.
Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him!
Tackled by Talbert at the 49.
Big play.
No gain.
Punt return.
H-hide to punt. Mulkey waiting inside his own 10.
Way to stop him.
The snap from Tingelhoff. H-hide boots it. Heading towards the sideline.
Offsides.
It rolls out of
Offense.
bounds at the 25.
5-yard penalty.
Punt of 24 yards.
We're gonna decline that. We're gonna decline that. We'll take the ball at the 25. Our luck hasn't been going good with my luck. We'll hit the kicker or something, or we'll fumble. Alrighty. So we're going to put Brown out wide. No, Smith, screen.
1st and 10 at the 25.
We need to get these
Brown
drives
split
going.
outside.
We need points, and we need them quickly.
Jurgensen drops back to pass.
Go,
Heavy
go, go,
rush.
go, 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 go.
Screen
Beautiful.
to Smith
Pick up
at
a
the
9.
20. Complete. Smith with daylight. Tackled by Martin at the 34. A gain of 9.
Play action fake. And we're going to go with our tight end Smith. Short hitch. They're keying that. We're going to go dive to Larry Brown.
2nd and 1 from the 34. Minnesota showing blitz. Right up in the box.
Come on, pick it up.
Jurgensen changing the play. Brown on the dive play. They're waiting for him.
It's okay,
Tackled
first down.
by Eller at the 37.
We're going to go no huddle,
First
hurry
down.
up. No huddle,
A
hurry
gain
up.
of 3.
Okay, we're going to put Brown out wide. Going to go Taylor, short out.
Brown in the slot. No huddle offense.
Come on, Sonny.
Minnesota
Oh,
showing
boy, the
blitz.
blitz. Oh, Jesus.
Seaman blitzing. Jurgensen sets to throw. Boom. Brought down by Seaman.
Second
Loss
and
of 6.
16. No huddle, hurry up. Ah, wow. Just when we get something going. Huge sack by Seaman. 2nd and 16, ball on the Washington 31. So, we're going to Put everyone out wide. We're going to leave our tight end in the block, Jerry Smith. Okay. Larry Brown. We got the matchup there. All right, we're going to go Larry Brown. Medium slant.
2nd and 16 from the 31. Brown in the slot. Smith in the slot.
Come on.
Washington going without a huddle.
Big play, I know.
Jurgensen back to pass. Medium slant. Caught by Brown at the 33. Martin with the tackle at the 37. Near the original line of scrimmage.
Okay,
a gain of 6.
3rd and 10, so Jurgensen was able to connect with Larry Brown, picked up 6. We're going to go Brown out wide, Smith out wide. Jerry Smith, the tight end, is staying in the block to hopefully slow down Carl Eller. We're going to go shotgun, give Sonny Jurgensen a little more time. Maybe we'll go pistol. Yeah, we'll go shotgun. And Smith. Wow, that's not as successful as I thought that was going to be. It's 10 yards. 10 yards. They're going to be doubling Taylor. Brown. Medium cross.
3rd and 10 from the 37. Brown split out wide.
Let's go. We need this.
Smith lines up outside.
Here we
Hurry
go.
up offense.
Big play.
Shotgun formation.
Come on, Sonny.
Jurgensen barks
Sonny.
out the
Big
signals. He fades back to pass. Medium cross. Lousy pass by Jurgensen.
We didn't need a lousy
Brown
pass
stretches.
there, that's for sure.
But he can't come up with it. Incomplete.
4th and 10. We're going to punt 24-7. Just need a big play on defense. Let's punt deep.
Bragg back in
Fumble.
punt formation.
Need a fumble here.
Rizek snaps it. The kick from Bragg.
Come on, fumble.
McCollum from the 19.
Fumble.
He has an opening. Tackled by Sistrunk. Return of 9. Punt of 44 yards.
So 9-yard return by McCollum. Sistrunk on the tackle. Minnesota will start off on their 28-yard line. 1st and 10. All right, we're going to play a 4-3. They have 2 tight ends. We're going to play in. We're going to play short zone. Bring Owens up. And we're going to play the run.
Owens up in the box. Tarkenton hands to
Stuff
Reed.
him.
Up the middle.
Beautiful.
Robinson on the stop at the 28. He got back to the line.
That's Robinson's 3rd tackle as a stuffed Oscar Reed on that dive play. 2nd and 10 coming up on the Minnesota 28. Jim Lash is 3 receptions for 65 yards and 1 touchdown. He has been a thorn in the Redskins' side. All right. Second and 10. Let's mix it up a bit here. Let's go 4-2 nickel. 4-2 nickel. And let's play man. And let's play basic.
2nd and 10. Reed on the dive play.
Get him.
Tackled
Beautiful.
by McDowell at the 30.
Beautiful.
A gain of 2. Someone is getting up slowly. It's Tarkenton shaken.
Oh, wow. He's going to be out of
this
the game.
game plus next week.
Beautiful. Oh, so they think he'll be out next week, but if they go to the Super Bowl, he will not be out next week. Excellent. Excellent. All right. This could be a turning point here. So in the quarterback, as Tarkin got knocked out of this game here, in the quarterback is Bob Berry. All right, so it's 3rd and 8. We're going to stay with the 4-2 nickel. We're going to play man. Okay, so we're going to medium. And we're going to play pass.
3rd and 8. Foreman on the draw.
Get him, get him, get him.
Talbert
Do
with
not
the
let him get
stop
that
at the
first down.
35.
Thank God.
A gain of 5 on the play.
So we stop him 3 yards short. As on the draw, he picks up 5. Chuck Foreman's now 9 carries for 22 yards. Talbert, that was his 4th tackle. And we're going to put punt return
H-Hide to punt.
Come on.
Tingelhoff with the snap.
Need a big return here.
The kick from H-Hide.
Big play, big play.
High
Go,
kick.
go, 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 go,
He
go.
has some running room.
Okay, good field position.
Brown with the tackle. Return of 8. Punt of 34.
So it's an 8-yard return for Herb Mulkey. That was his first return of the game, and the Redskins will start off on their 39-yard line. Minnesota 24, Washington 7, with 7:35 to go in the third quarter of this replay of the 1974 NFC Championship game. All right, wide. We're going to put our running backs both out wide. Everyone's going out in this pattern. We're going to go shotgun. And we're going to go to Charlie Taylor. Medium out to Charlie Taylor.
Brown split outside.
Come on, Sonny.
Smith
Need to get
split
some
outside.
offense going here.
From the shotgun. Seaman blitzing. Washington blocks
Beautiful.
it well.
He's out of bounds.
Jurgensen back to pass. Medium outside pass to Taylor at the 47. Complete. Steps out at the 50. First down.
So the
gain of 11.
The Redskins are at midfield. That was Charlie Taylor's 6th reception for 51 yards. Good hookup by Jurgensen to Taylor. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the midfield. All right, what are we going to do? Our running backs are going to be out wide again. Got to try to stretch out this defense here. All right, we're going to keep Jurgensen in shotgun. We're going to go Taylor, and we're going to go short out. They're keying that. We're going to go short hitch to our tight end.
Washington
Jerry
down
Smith.
by 17. Brown in the slot. Smith split out wide. Shotgun. Jurgensen changing the play. Minnesota showing blitz.
Nice! First
Kraus
down.
and right
Let's
blitzing.
go. We beat
Well
the blitz.
blocked by Washington.
Excellent. Let's go. No
Jurgensen
huddle.
to throw.
Hurry up.
Short hitch to Smith at the
Beat
44.
the blitz there. We beat the blitz.
Open. Complete.
Okay.
Tackled by Hilgenberg at the 40. A gain of 10. First down.
So we beat the blitz. Quick hitter to our tight end, Jerry Smith. 10 yards. First down. Smith, 3rd reception for 24 yards. Wally Hildenberg on the tackle. That's tackle number 4. Okay. Let's go to Larry Smith here. What do we have here? Let's go Larry Smith. Let's go bomb to Larry
Brown
Smith.
split outside.
See if we can catch
Smith
them.
split outside.
Need a big play
Washington going without a huddle. Shotgun formation. Jurgensen fades back to pass. Jurgensen scrambling. He throws a high arcing pass. Nobody in the vicinity. Incomplete.
So they got pretty good pressure on Sonny Jurgensen, got him on the move, and he was unable to hook up to with Larry Smith as he threw it high. 2nd and 10, ball on the Minnesota 40. 6:48 to go here in the third quarter. All right, Brown out wide, Smith out wide. Okay. Let's go short hitch, Jerry Smith.
Brown in the slot. Smith split wide.
Hopefully we have
Shotgun
spread
formation. Jurgensen calls the signals. Fades back to pass.
Yes, pick up a 7.
Short button hook to
Let's
Smith
go,
at the
let's go.
33.
No huddle.
Complete. Wallace spins him down.
Hurry up.
A gain of 7.
Okay, running backs out wide once again. And let's go with Larry Brown. Interception. Short out to Larry
3rd and
Brown.
3 at the 33. Brown split wide. Smith split wide. No huddle for Washington.
Come on, big play, Sonny.
Jurgensen
Big play.
from the shotgun. Fades back to pass.
Oh, Jesus.
Sideline pass to Brown.
Damn it.
Bad pass. Tipped by Martin. Picked off by Martin at the 30. He's at the 40. Tackled at the 50. Return of 20 yards.
So we try to go with a short out to Larry Brown. Martin tips the ball and intercepts it himself and brings it 20 yards on the return. Midfield for the Minnesota Vikings. 4th turnover by the Washington Redskins. That's pretty much a nail in the coffin. We need some big plays here. So the Vikings are without Fran Tarkenton as Bob Berry is now the quarterback. Tarkenton has been knocked out for the game. But I don't think that's going to matter as we cannot muster up any offense. Alright, so let's do Owens and run support. Let's go tight man. Let's play the run.
1st and 10 from the 50. Owens in the box. Trap right with Foreman. Talbert brings him down at the 50.
Alright, smothered him.
He got back to the line.
Okay. Let's go. Let's stick with this. Let's play man. Owens in run support. Basic.
2nd and 10 at the 50. Owens in run support. Berry sets up in the pocket.
Oh, come
Good
on.
pocket.
Jesus.
Berry fires to Gilliam at the 40. Complete.
Come on, Pat.
Houston missed a tackle. Gilliam has an opening.
Oh,
Tackled by
God.
Owens at the 32. A gain of 18.
Pat Fisher is having a crappy day, in my opinion. That's John Gilliam's 4th reception for 63 yards. Now let's just look at this matchup here. Pat Fisher's a 7 and Gilliam's a 4. And yet Fisher's been torched 4 times. Need to clamp down on him, son. We're down. Need a big play. So another big play. Even with Tarkenton out of there, Bob Berry puts on his Superman costume and hits John Gilliam for 18 yards. 1st down on the Washington 32-yard line. So we're going to play aggressive now. We're going to bring our defensive line in. We're going to play a tight man. We're bringing Owens up in the box, and we're playing run.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Come on, we need a fumble here.
Very slow to the line.
Sack, something.
Owens in run support.
Need a turnover.
Counter hand off to Osborne. Off tackle right. Jones spins him down at the 29. 3-yard gain.
Okay. 2nd and 7 ball on the Washington 29. 4:45 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Minnesota 24, Washington 7. We're going to play. Actually, we're not going to spy the quarterback anymore. Play our defensive line in. And we're going to play a short zone. And we're going to play run.
2nd and 7. They're in a slow down. Berry calls out the signals. Osborne on the dive play. Tackled by Hamburger. Loss of 1.
Beautiful. Big hit by Hamburger. That's his 4th tackle. Brings up 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. We should be able to clamp down on their wideouts. I mean, I have my cornerbacks are so much better than their wide receivers, but yet I cannot clamp down on them. So we're going to play a short zone. We're doubling the medium zone. Actually, you know what? We're going to go 5-2. No, I'm sorry. 4-2 nickel. 4-2 nickel. And we're going to play a short zone. Actually, we're going to play zone. Clamping down in the middle. And we're going to have our line out wide. And we're sending Robinson, and we're playing pass, and
Minnesota
we need a pick.
leads by 17.
Pick.
Third and
They're
8.
probably going to run a draw to Osborne.
3:21 in the third.
If they run a draw,
Slowly
I'm
coming to
screwed.
the line. Barry barks out the
They're probably
signals.
going to run a draw.
Washington showing blitz.
Pick.
Robinson blitzing.
Offsetting penalties.
Blocked by
come
Foreman.
on.
Repeat.
Barry
Third
to
down.
throw. Medium fly. Caught by Voigt at the 27.
We had them
Stone
stop
brings
short.
him down at the 23.
Offsetting
A
penalties.
gain of 7.
So they're going to it's a do-over. It's a do-over. They'll replay the third down. 3rd and 8. Ball on the Washington 30. Minnesota 24. Washington 7. We're going to play shift right. We're sending Robinson. You know what? We're not going to send Robinson. We're going to send Hamburger. Playing zone. Double the medium. Pass. Come
Minnesota
on.
by
Come on.
17.
Need a pick here.
Third and
Fumble.
8.
Something. Need a defensive.
Hamburger blitzing. Foreman
Get him.
picks it up.
Come on. Stop
Barry
them
drops
short.
back to pass.
Oh my God. First
Medium
down.
into Voigt at the 27.
Bullshit.
Complete. Voigt is tackled by Houston at the 22. A gain of 8. First down. Robinson is leaving the field.
He's shaking up.
Just shaken up 10 plays.
So Barry's able to complete a pass to Stu Voigt, who's now 3 receptions for 20 yards, and that was a 8-yard gain and a first and down. 1st and 10 on the Washington 22. Oh boy. Well, we're going to play our line in. We're going to play 4-3. Our line's playing in. We're going to play a short zone. Bring Owens up in the box. We're going to play aggressive. We're going to play the run.
Owens in the box.
We need a strip.
Off tackle right
a
with
fumble
Foreman.
here.
Cuts past the 20. Tackled by Dusek at the 17. A gain of 5.
Okay, every time I played aggressive, it does not work. So we're going to play 4-3. Jones, let's get Jones out. Biggs in. Okay, let's play in. Let's play a short zone. Owens up. Let's play the run.
Minnesota leads by 17. Slow down.
Come on.
Owens up in the box.
Fumble.
Barry calling the signals. Foreman on the dive play. McDowell stripped the ball out. Recovered by Lash. Minnesota maintains possession.
Jeez.
At the 15. A gain of 2 on the play.
Unbelievable. So the ball came loose, and Redskins could not get that ball. Minnesota covers it up, and it's now 3rd and 3, and they gain 2 yards on the play on top of it. Alrighty. Well, we got to play line in. Short zone. Owens up in the box. Run.
3rd and 3 from the 15. They're in a slow down. Owens up in the box.
Come on. Need a turnover.
Barry drops back to pass. Medium fly to Gilliam inside
Of course,
the 10.
of course.
Well covered by Fisher. Complete. Tackled by Hamburger. A gain of 9.
Gilliam's 5th reception for 72 yards. I'm so sick of hearing well covered by Fisher because he hasn't deflected a ball, he hasn't intercepted a ball, and he hasn't stopped John Gilliam. I had 5 receptions, 72 yards. We need to get off the field. 1st and goal, ball on the Washington 6. So we're going to play. We're going to stick with our 4-3 and play a short zone. Owens up in the box. Run.
Minnesota working slowly. Owens in the box.
38 seconds left
Barry
in the
calls
third
the
quarter.
signals. Osborne off tackle to the right.
Stuff him.
Whipped down by
Picked up
Owens at the
4.
2.
Jesus.
A gain of 4.
Oh, man. All right. Second and goal. Ball on the 2. 29 seconds left here in the third quarter. We're going to go with goal line. And that's the end of the third quarter. So after 3 quarters of football, the Washington Redskins 7, the Minnesota Vikings 24, in this replay of the 1974 NFC Championship game from Metropolitan Stadium. Turnovers have killed the Redskins. 4 turnovers. Minnesota's defense has been stellar, only giving up 1 touchdown drive led by Sonny Jurgensen when he replaced Billy Kilmer in the second quarter. All right, so it's second and goal, and we're going to play goal line.
Second and goal. Goal line defense. Barry calls out the signals. Barry pitches left to Osborne.
Get him, touchdown. Jesus.
Cox will try the point after. Good. Minnesota 31, Washington 7.
Well, this is officially a rout now, folks. As Minnesota, this is what you call a good old-fashioned ass whooping. All right, let's just... So Barry pitched left to Osborne, and he rumbled in for those 2 yards. Touchdown. Cox extra point. 31 Minnesota, 7 Washington. All right, we're going to put the return on here. Jones deep. The short men are Mulkey and Evans.
Kicking away from Jones.
Go,
towards
go,
the
go!
sideline. It's Mulkey at the
Receiving
6.
team.
Of course,
There he
why not?
15-yard penalty.
At the 20.
Why not?
Still on his feet at the 30. The 40.
Huge return brought
Haltel
back
brings
by
him
Holding.
down at the 47.
Hamburger.
41-yard return.
All for naught. Great. Alrighty, so everyone out wide. See if we can create some space here. Let's go to Jerry Smith, our tight end, and let's go with a short out.
Brown lines up outside. Smith split out wide. Smith split outside. Jurgensen barks out the signals. Corner blitz. Well blocked by Washington.
All right,
Jurgensen
pick up
back to pass. Short out to Smith at the 34.
All right, we want
Complete.
head
Angled out by Seaman.
No huddle.
A gain of 8.
Okay. Everyone out wide. Shotgun for Sonny Jurgensen. So it's Jerry Smith's 5th reception for 39 yards. Wow, 31-7. We need quick points and we just can't get them. Well, we're going to go Charlie Taylor. And we're going to go long slant to Taylor.
Second and 2.
This worked against the
Brown
LA
in the
Rams.
slot.
Let's see if it works against the
Smith
Vikings.
split out wide. Smith split outside. Working without a huddle. Shotgun formation.
Can Jurgensen have
Jurgensen
enough
drops back
time
to pass.
Oh,
He
hit
steps
him,
up and fires
yes!
to Taylor at the 49.
15 yards. Let's go,
Open.
go.
Complete.
No huddle.
Spun down by Kraus.
Everyone out wide.
15 yards.
Pretty much garbage time now. And let's go Taylor again. Let's not go Taylor. Let's go Jerry Smith. Short out.
Brown split out wide. Smith split outside. Smith out wide.
Come
No
on.
huddle offense. Shotgun formation.
Let's make this a little respectable.
Blitzing
Oh my
three.
God, what a blitz.
Jurgensen
Jesus.
fades back to pass. Dropped by Seaman.
Wow.
Loss of 4. Second sack today for Seaman.
Like the whole team The whole Viking team hit Sonny Jurgensen on that play. Holy crap. All right. Wide, wide, wide shotgun. All right, let's go Taylor. Taylor, medium slant.
2nd and 14. Brown split out wide. Smith split outside. Smith split outside.
Big
Washington
play.
going
On,
without a
play.
huddle. Shotgun formation. Jurgensen drops back to pass. Medium slant to Taylor.
Jeez.
Incomplete.
3rd and 14. Definitely 2 down territory here. So let's go. No huddle. Wide, wide, wide. Everyone out wide. Brown. Medium out.
3rd and 14 from the 47.
Medium out to Larry
Brown lines up outside. Smith split outside. Smith split outside. No huddle offense. Shotgun formation. Minnesota showing
Here comes
blitz.
the blitz. We picked it
They're
up.
blitzing 3.
Oh, he dropped
Jurgensen
it.
back to
Jesus,
pass.
he had a lot of room in front
Medium
of him,
out.
too. Oh, my
Dropped
God.
by Brown.
Nothing's gone right today for the Washington Redskins. Lots of running room. Lots of running room. Wow. 4th and 14. We're going for it. Down 31-7. All right. We don't want to head out of bounds. We need to pick up yardage. Everyone out wide. They're going to blitz. Smith. We need to pick up 14 yards. Well, our best receiver is Taylor. Long slant, Charlie Taylor. Yep, we're going with it. And we're going to continue with the
4th
play.
and 14. Brown split out wide. Smith split out wide. Smith split out wide.
Our last
Shotgun
hurrah
formation.
here, folks.
Jurgensen with a 7-step drop. Long slant to
Intercepted,
Taylor.
right over.
Wallace nails him. Intercepted by Seaman at the 30. Room to run. He's past the 40. The 50. Finally knocked out at the 43. Return of 27 yards.
Well, Jurgensen flung it as he got hit, as Wallace nailed him. Picked off by Jeff Seaman. I believe that is Washington's 5th turnover of the day. Let's just check that out. Yes, turnover number 5. Turnover number 5. Sonny Jurgensen's quarterback rating is now dropped to 41.9. 16 of 27 for 138 yards. Sacked 3 times, 2 interceptions. Kilmer was 8 of 11 before we took him out for 61 yards, 2 interceptions, 46.2 quarterback rating. Well, this ball game is all but over, so we're going to bring Owens up in the box. We're going to play a very short zone, and we're going to play run.
Owens in run support. Off tackle left with Foreman. Drilled by McClinton at the 44.
Loss of 1. Loss
of 1.
2nd and 11. Chuck Foreman now has 13 carries for 28 yards. That's McClinton's 6th tackle. Okay, so we're going to play a short zone. Basic.
2nd and 11. They're in a slow down. Barry back to pass. Medium fly to Voigt at the 41. Covered by Houston. Complete. Tackled by Fisher at the 36. A gain of 8.
So Barry to Voigt picks up 8 yards, brings up 3rd and 3. Stu Voigt now has 4 receptions for 28 yards. Pat Fisher on the tackle. That's his 2nd tackle. As the Redskins' dominant cornerbacks, a number 7 for Pat Fisher, and Bass, a number 9 have not been able to shut down the Minnesota passing game. We should be able to shut that passing game down. Man, zone, nothing. Nothing shut the passing game down. So 3rd and 3. Play our defensive line in. Play a short zone. Play run.
Minnesota ahead by 24. 3rd and 3. Slow down offense. Berry drops back to pass. Short hitch to Gilliam at the 30. He makes the catch.
6 yards.
Brought down by Fisher. First down.
Once again.
6 yards.
Once again, Pat Fisher cannot shut down Gilliam. John Gilliam, 6 receptions, 78 yards. I don't care if we're playing run. You should be able to shut him down. All right, they're going 2 tight ends. We're going to play our line in. We'll play the short zone. Owens up. Play the run.
1st and 10 at the 30. Berry taking his time. Owens in the box. Osborne with the handoff. Sweep right. Behind Moorer and White. Tackled by Biggs at the 26. A gain of 4.
So, good tough running by Dave Osborne. Picks up 4 yards. He now has 12 carries, 25 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's tackle number 4 by Verlon Biggs. 2nd and 6, ball on the Washington 26-yard line with 11:12 to go in this massacre of a game. Minnesota 31, Washington 7 in the NFC replay of the NFC 1974 championship. So 2nd and 6, short zone, basic.
Berry taking his time. Berry barks out the signals. Drops back to pass.
Come on.
Medium crossing
hit him,
pattern to Voigt at the
Jesus.
24. Blanketed by Houston. Complete. Whipped down by Hamburger at the 17. First down. A gain of 9.
That's all I hear with my defensive backs. Good coverage, blanketed by Houston. Tight coverage, but yet they don't stop anybody. They don't stop anybody. So, that was a Berry to Stu Voigt pickup of 9 yards. 1st and 10, ball in the Washington 17. Voigt 5 receptions, 37 yards. The Washington Redskins defense has been horrific. Horrific. No matter what I do, they've been horrific. We have the matchup with our defensive backs, and they cannot stop the Viking passing game. So, we're going to play man. And we're going to play Owens up in the box. And on 1st down with 2 tight ends, we're going to play run.
Minnesota working slowly. Owens up in the
This
box.
clock can't go fast enough.
Foreman with the
Get him.
handoff. Into the line. Hamburger with the tackle at the 15. A gain of 2.
So that was a dive for Foreman. He picks up 2 yards. He is now 14 carries, 30 yards. We've been pretty tough on the run, except down in close where Osborne scored twice. But overall, the defense has been pathetic. Cannot get a good pass rush. Can't get any type of anything going. That's Chris Hamburg's 7th tackle. We have 2nd and 8, ball on the Washington 15. So again, we're going to play man. We're going to double. We're going to play man. And double Voigt and Lash. Pass.
2nd and 8 from the 15. Slow down offense. Berry back to pass. Medium fly to Voigt at the 12.
I don't get it. We have
double
him
covered.
double covered.
Complete.
We have him double
McClinton with
covered.
the
The
tackle at
computer
the
says
8.
he's double covered.
A gain of 7.
What is he, Superman? That's his 6 receptions for 44 yards. 3rd and 1. It's a pickup of 8. Pickup of 7. McClinton on the tackle. That's his 7th tackle. Oh my God, he's double covered. What else can I do? Wow. So it's 3rd and 1. You know what? Play 5-2 basic goal line.
3rd and 1. 8:14 left in the game. Very slow to the line.
Wow.
Stacked line.
Here comes another touchdown.
Foreman with the
Come
hand
on,
off.
stuff him.
Sweeps right.
No, he got it.
Tackled
Yeah,
by Biggs
got 2
at the
yards.
6. First down. A gain of 2.
So it's 1st and goal, ball on the Washington 6-yard line. Foreman picks up 2 yards, and the first down. He's now 15 carries, 32 yards. Verlon Biggs, 5th tackle. This clock cannot go fast enough as the Vikings are on their way to the Super Bowl as they're leading the Washington Redskins here at Metropolitan Stadium 31-7 with 8:06 to go in the game. Wow, this has been a drudging. All right, goal line.
Minnesota up 24. Some confusion on the defense.
Hit.
Slow down offense. Stacked line. Barry calls out the signals. Trap right with Osborne.
Touchdown!
Fighting for yardage.
Really?
Touchdown Osborne.
He
Cox
missed.
will try the point after.
Yay! He missed the extra
missed
point.
it. Minnesota 37, Washington 7.
All right. Let's just revisit the Osborne touchdown here. So we have confusion, which I already knew that was a bad sign, right? Confusion on the defense. There's been confusion on the defense all game. So some confusion on the defense. Slow down offense. Stacked line. Barry calls out the signals. Trap right. Osborne goes for 6 yards and a touchdown. We're in goal line defense, and he just shredded it. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, Osborne. Cox misses the extra point, and it's now Minnesota 37, Washington 7. This 7 minutes and 18 seconds can't go fast enough. Our deep man's Jones, Shortman, Mulkey, and Evans. Oh, let's run one back. What the hell? 1 yard deep. Return.
1 yard deep.
Go, go, go. Get
He'll
past
bring
the
it
20.
out.
Get past the 20.
At the
Go,
20.
go, go. All right.
Winston pulls him down
Out
at the
to
23.
Beautiful.
Return of 24.
Right. Let's bring in Joe Theismann. What the hell? And let's go screen to Larry Brown.
Theismann fades back to pass. Heavy rush.
Go, go, go,
Screen
go, go,
to
go.
Brown at the 18.
Yay, first down.
Plenty of room to run.
No huddle.
Wallace
Hurry up.
pulls him down at the 34.
Let's
First down.
go
A gain of 11.
screen to Larry Brown again.
No huddle. Martin blitzing. Well blocked by
Go,
Washington.
go, go, Larry, go.
Theismann with a 7-step drop.
No
Heavy
huddle.
rush. Screen to Brown in the backfield. Complete. Tackled by
Let's go
Wright at the 38.
Screen to Larry Smith.
4 yards. No huddle offense. Theismann calls out the signals. Seaman on the delayed blitz. Theismann fades back to pass.
Incomplete.
Under pressure. Screen to Smith. It'll be incomplete.
All right, 3rd and 6. Everyone out wide. We're going to keep Smith tight. We're going to put Theismann in shotgun. Short slant tight end Jerry Smith.
3rd and 6 from the 38. Brown in the slot. Smith split outside. Shotgun. Theismann calls out the signals. Martin on the delayed blitz. They pick it up.
First down.
Theismann fades back to pass. Short slant. Caught by Smith for a first down. Tackled by Kraus. 9 yards.
Let's go Brown screen.
No huddle offense. Shotgun formation. Theismann fades back to pass. Here comes the rush. Screen to Brown. Complete. Martin with the stop. Loss of 2.
Okay, let's put wide. Our running backs out wide. Theismann in shotgun. Medium out to Jefferson.
Brown split outside. Smith lines up outside. No huddle offense. Theismann from the shotgun. Hilgenberg blitzing. Theismann fades back to pass. Drifting left. Brought down by Hilgenberg. Loss of 6.
No huddle. Let's go wide. Third and 18. Let's look for their tight end. Medium slant.
3rd and 18 from the 39. Brown lines up outside. Smith split outside. No huddle offense. Shotgun formation. Seaman blitzing. They pick it up well. Theismann fades back to pass. Big rush. Seaman is after him. Medium slant to Smith. Incomplete.
So they got good pressure on Theismann. They initially picked up the pass rush, but it broke through. Theismann was on the run. He could not connect up with Jerry Smith, so it brings up 4th and 18. Everyone's out wide. Charlie Taylor on the long slant. Yes, we do.
Washington breaks the huddle.
Need to pick up 18.
4th and 18. Brown split out wide. Smith in the slot. Smith split outside. Shotgun formation. Theismann fades back to pass.
Here comes the sack.
Minnesota applying pressure. Sacked by Eller. Loss of 10. Second sack today for Eller.
So a turnover on downs. Carl Eller gets his second sack, a 10-yard loss. Minnesota takes over on the Washington 29, 1st and 10 with 4:57 to go, and they have brought in all their backups. Sam McCullum, John Holland, Brent McClanahan, Bill Brown. In short zone, Owens up, run.
Owens up in the box.
4:57 to go.
Dive play with McClanahan. Tackled by Imhoff at the 28. A gain of 1.
Gain of 1. So bring the line in. Owens up for the run. Short zone. Run.
Minnesota leads by 30. 2nd and 9. 4:13 in the 4th. Very slow to the line. Owens in run support. Counter give to Brown. Off tackle behind Goodrum.
Good job.
Odell pulls him down at the 27. 1 yard gain. 3rd and 8 upcoming for Minnesota.
3rd and 8. Third and 8 zone. Basic.
3rd and 8. Slow down offense. Barry calls the signals. Barry shovels it to McClanahan. Off tackle left. Imhoff brings him down at the 25.
So Cox.
A gain of 2.
So 4th and 6. Brent McClanahan gain of 2 on that off tackle left. Imhoff's second tackle. We're going to try to block this Cox field goal.
42-yard try for Cox. Good snap from center. Here's the kick. He made it. Minnesota 40, Washington 7.
Wow. So Cox makes that kick. Makes that 42-yard field goal to make it 40-7 now. With 2:33 to go. We got
Here's the kick
on.
from Cox. Kicking away from Jones.
Jones
got room to run.
Offense on the return.
Slipped and fell. Tackled by McNeil at the 19. Return of 7.
Well, let's go delay draw Thomas.
1st and 10 at the 19. Theismann fades back to pass. Good protection. Thomas on the draw. Winston tackles him at the 20.
Play.
1 yard gain.
So the 2-minute warning now. 2nd and 9. Oh, pitch right.
2nd and 9 at the 20. Pitch right to Mulkey. Past the 25. Fights past the 30. Cuts towards the sidelines at the 35.
Best running play of the game.
McNeil hits him out at about the 40.
Picked up 20.
A gain of 20.
All right. Got here Doug Cunningham. Let's go to Cunningham. Let's go pitch right.
Washington down by 33. 1st and 10 at the 40. 1:48 left in the 4th. Pitch right to Cunningham. Lertsema brings him down at the 44. A gain of 4.
Alright, let's go slow down. Nah, let's play it out. Okay, let's go Denson. Pitch right.
2nd and 6 at the 44. Theismann calls out the signals. Hilgenberg blitzing. Theismann pitches right to Denson.
Jesus.
Fights past the 45. Knocked out by Marshall at the 48. A gain of 4. 3rd and 2 from the 48.
Taylor. Play action.
Play action fake.
Well, that did work.
Theismann back to pass. Here comes the rush. Theismann is running. Tackled by Eller at the 46. 1st down. A gain of 6.
Right, let's go. Bomb to Melanchek.
Washington down by 33. Theismann fades back to pass. He throws deep downfield. Blair deflected it. Incomplete. Paltel was all over him.
Taylor. Bomb post to Charlie Taylor. This will probably be the last play of the game.
2nd and 10 from the 46. Theismann calls out the signals. Drops back to pass. Theismann leaving the pocket. Good
6th turnover of the game.
Theismann throws underneath to Thomas. Intercepted by Brown at the 35. He won't get anywhere. Tackled at the 35. No return.
Well, Theismann joins the interception club. 4 of 8, 22 yards and 1 interception. 10 seconds to go in this game. We're going to call a goal line
Stacked
defense.
line. Counter hand off to McClanahan.
And that's the ball game, folks.
Off tackle right. Tackled by Sistrunk at the 37. A gain of 2.
And that's the ball game. So the Minnesota Vikings will head on to the Super Bowl. And will either face the Oakland Raiders or the Pittsburgh Steelers. Once again, Washington 7, Minnesota 40. In this replay of the 1974 NFC Championship game. Washington didn't get any kind of rhythm at all, as you can see by the score. It was a disaster and an ass whooping. Hats off to the Vikings, who move on to the Super Bowl. Let's just take a quick look at the stats that I really don't want to look at because I got my ass kicked by the computer. So let's do the box score. And let's go to OBS. And let's bring up another window here. Bear with me a moment. Another window. Okay. Okay. All right. So we brought up the stats here. Let's just slide this over here. All right. Let's go back to the game. All right. So just quickly go. We used 3 different quarterbacks for the Redskins. Jurgensen, Kilmer, Jurgensen, and Theismann. They were 28 of 46, a combined 221 yards, 1 long reception over 25 yards, 5 interceptions. The total quarterback rating was 33.2. Enough said. Don't want to look at that anymore. The Minnesota Vikings, Fran Tarkenton was 10 of 17 for 142 yards, 1 touchdown, got sacked 1 time. His quarterback rating was 105.5. He got knocked out of the game. Bob Berry came in the game. He was 7 for 7, 65 yards, and his quarterback rating was 105.4. So other than that, the Redskins got destroyed here. The Vikings handed me my jockstrap. And the five turnovers. And the final score, Minnesota 40, Washington 7. And they move on to the Super Bowl. This is Al, Red Sox fan, saying thank you for watching this massacre. Hopefully the Super Bowl will be better. Health and happiness. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye. I